connect. Sorry, a kid just came in saying he's got to poop. Hey there, everybody. I'm Logan.
And I'm Jen.
And this is Surprised by Marriage. Let's just all face it. Who has cabin fever? Who needs to go out and do something? We all are with you. We know how you feel. Well, the topic of this video relates to that, but we're going to talk about something that we're a little bit passionate about.
Yep, we love going on dates, and obviously that's not happening right now with all the stay-home orders everywhere. But that doesn't mean you can't go on a date, because there is such thing as a date night in.
Bing, 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 Jennifer. And that is something that we've talked about before, and we mentioned in our date night guide, hint, hint. And so check that out. And so that's what we want this video to be about, just to give you ideas that you can do with your spouse when you're just feeling claustrophobic inside your home, or whether or not you have kids and they're driving you a little bit crazy. And all the such. So
yeah, and be sure to stick around after we give you all the ideas for date nights in, because we're going to share 3 things that we do on every date, whether it's, well, we try to do on every date, whether it's a date night out or a date night in. And this is actually in our date night guide, which we've never shared before, but we want to share because I'm sure a lot of people are struggling right now, stuck in the house together.
Without further ado, here's a list of things that you can do with your spouse at home for a date night in.
Let's roll them.
Let's roll them.
You could play the newlywed game or the not so newlywed game. Get a marker board and a marker, or you can use paper and pen. The first person asks a question, the next person writes down an answer, and the first person has to guess what the second person wrote down.
You could also do the him or her game, where each of you have a little paddle that says him or her. You ask a question, and at the same time, you hold up the paddle and see and surprise each other with that answer and what you expected of one or the other one to say.
Yeah, see if you agree with each other.
Agree to disagree.
You could cook or bake together. We've baked together and it was really fun. You can cook your own dinner or a dessert or make drinks, or a little fun twist is to make fondue and then get as many little foods to dip in the fondue.
Right. Bring the restaurant to you. A typical stay-at-home date would just include playing a board game together. These can be fun and retro if you're not used to playing board games, and you can understand how competitive you truly are by a simple game.
He's really competitive.
I'm really competitive.
You can have a picnic in your living room or in your yard. Just instead of going out to a restaurant, you can create your own little restaurant setting at your house.
You can do an art project or a craft project together. If you're really bored, you can work on a puzzle.
With a drink.
With a drink.
Learn how to dance watching a YouTube video, and then dance in your living room together. The important thing about a date night in is to make it special from just any other night that you would spend at home. So if you want to do a little special twist on a date night in, you can pick out each other's clothes. I know Logan loves to pick out each other's clothes.
But pick out nice clothes like you're going to eat at a restaurant, like a fancy restaurant. Make a fun twist to it.
Right, and then recreate it in your kitchen if you want.
These are just a few ideas that hopefully can encourage some engagement in your at-home stay with your spouse and bring that feeling of going out in.
Right, so if you have any other ideas for date nights in, let us know in the comments so everyone else can see. But before we close out, we wanted to share 3 components that we try to incorporate on every single date. And this is in our date night guide, like we said before, but we wanted to share just because of the crazy time we wanted to share.
Yeah.
The first thing is to connect spiritually. We talk all the time about praying together, and that's important to do every single day, and that's on dates too. God wants to be included in your date, so connect spiritually, whether it's to say just a quick prayer together at the beginning or the end of your date. I mean, you gotta be a little creative because we like to go to the chapel on our dates, but obviously that's not gonna happen right now. So just make sure you're praying together on your date night in.
The second thing you want to do is connect emotionally, because often when we're with our spouses, we just kind of, what we really want to find out is what's going on up here and in here, right here, wherever your heart is. Anything else you want to add to that?
Yeah, and this could just be as simple as asking them one question, like what was a high point of your day? What was a low point of your day? What are you struggling with right now? It could just be one simple question.
Yeah.
Or if you play the newlywed game, or not so newlywed game like we said, you're asking each other questions and you're getting to know each other a little more.
Yeah, talk with your spouse, communicate with them. That's important with growth.
And the last thing that we like to do is to do something new or fun together, because you don't want to just get stuck in a rut and do the same old thing. And it's kind of exciting, especially now that we're stuck at home for an extended period, to do something new or fun.
So remember, date nights don't always have to be out. They can be in.
We hope this video has been helpful for you, and we will see you next time.
Good luck out there, or in there.